What's up everybody, Kinetic here and welcome back to Diablo 3 Reaper of Souls. This is a Greater Rift version of the Amazing Minion Master build that I've done for Witch Doctors here in patch 2.3. This Minion Master build is not meant to be taken too seriously, it's just a fun build that I like to play, and even though it's not meant to, for example, put you really high on the leaderboards, you're not going to get like top 10 or anything like that with this build. I'm actually quite pleasantly surprised how well this build works in Greater Rift level 50, for example, here. And I think with the right amount of Paragon points, and if you have ancient versions of the armor, weapons, and accessories, which I don't. If you did, though, I think that this build could probably push into Greater Rift level 60 plus. It seems to work quite well. Speaking of the gear, let's go ahead and jump right into that. We're using 6 pieces of the new redesigned Helltooth set, which gives us bonus damage and damage reduction for afflicting enemies with necrosis. Necrosis is a debuff you can apply to enemies when you hit them with various skills. The most common way, I think, that enemies are hit with necrosis is through, for example, Wall of Death, and we have a really nice new pair of bracers, the Jerem's bracers, that allows us to cast Wall of Death up to 3 times, and also gives us up to 100% more damage with our Wall of Death. This is really powerful, especially because you want to try and cast the Wall of Death at least 2 or 3 times with these bracers, because you can actually stack the damage. For example, with the Firewall rune, which is what we're using, you can stack, for example, 3 of those firewalls on top of each other, and it creates a really nice powerful spot where you can trap or simply have enemies stand, like for example Rift Guardians, on top of that spot, and they take tons of damage. I'm also wearing the Belt of Transcendence, which means every time I hit with a Mana Spender, then we also gain a Fetish Sycophant pet, which is quite fun. The weapon is the Scrimshaw, gives us increased damage while casting Zombie Charger, and also reduced mana cost for that skill. The offhand this time is going to be the Eucapian Serpent, which is a really nice survivability tool, giving us up to 30% of the damage we take is redirected instead to our zombie dogs. Focus and Restraint for the rings. For the amulet, I take anything that would give me an anti-elemental kind of effect. So for example, anti-poison, anti-frozen, electricity, stuff like that, because we're fighting so close in melee range. A lot of times we may get caught up in frozen or poison or something like that, and it can be a real pain in the ass. But one of those types of amulets that protects us against an element is really, really nice. For the legendary gems, I've got Bane of the Trapped, Enforcer, and Molten Wildebeest Gizzard. And the Kanai Cube, the Grin Reaper, which copies a few of our skills and casts it automatically. For example, Firewall can be cast, the Zombie Charger, Piranhado can be cast automatically for us. It's really powerful, more powerful than, for example, Jerem's Mask or Tasker and Theo. I've also got the Short Man's Finger Ring this time, before I used the Convention of Elements, because I wasn't ready to salvage my only Short Man's Finger Ring that I had, but I found another, so this time I did, and it's really powerful, more powerful than the Convention of Elements option. And the Furnace is really good for that increased damage against elite packs. For the skills, we've got Corpse Spiders and the Blazing Spiders. This means we will be gaining mana back very quickly after spending it with Zombie Charger and the Zombie Bear's Rune. The Zombie Bear's Rune is poison, so I make sure that I roll poison damage on the bracers. Wall of Death with Firewall. Again, like I said before, we're able to cast this up to 3 times, and the Firewall Rune is the most powerful. It seems the most popular as well, probably for the same reason, because it's really powerful and can be a great tool if you cast all 3 of those walls on top of each other. Anything that stands on that spot is going to get melted very quickly. Piranhas and Piranhado is a great damage and control skill, and you'll often see this cast automatically for you by the Grin Reaper in the Kanai Cube. Summon Zombie Dogs and the Leeching Beasts rune is going to give us a little bit of damage, but more importantly is going to give us that extra survivability with our offhand, and also the rune itself will heal us for 100% of our life on hit every time the zombie dogs attack, which is really nice. Make sure that you've got lots of points pumped into life on hit in the Paragon points, and also I take the potion of Leech. The bottomless potion of the Leech also increases life on hit after using that potion. And the last active skill, Gargantuan with Wrathful Protector. This is only a 15-second long active skill and has a 60-second cooldown, but because of the passive we're using, Grave Injustice, we have incredibly fast, rapid cooldown reduction for every enemy that dies within 20 yards of our Witch Doctor. And so as long as we're standing that close, which we will be, then it won't be long before Gargantuan, for example, can be cast again. It's usually castable within 20 or even 15 seconds, which means we can have Wrathful Protector up almost 100% of the time. Also giving us bonus damage and survivability for that 20-yard range is Swampland Attunement and Confidence Ritual, and our cheat death skill is, of course, Spirit Vessel.
Not ready yet.
The Rift Guardian is here.
Not ready yet. I must heal.
Thanks for watching this video on my Amazing Minion Master build for Witch Doctors here in patch 2.3. This Greater Rift version, like I said, is not for putting you in the top 10 leaderboards or anything like that, but is, I think, lots of fun to play. If you like playing a pet class and that's what you want to do with Witch Doctor, then this is the build for you, I think. I use this for farming Greater Rifts and I have a ton of fun with it. My legendary gems get leveled very quickly using this build. I want to know what you guys think down in the comment section below. Click the like button to support these Diablo 3 videos here on the channel, and make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss the next video. Thanks again for watching. My name is Kinetic, and I'll see you next time.